Let's bring in our expert, great criminal defense attorney, John Macneill. And John, what do you think the call is going to be here, to let her testify or not?
It all depends on whether the judge believes that her testimony has been tainted by, her testimony's been tainted. If it hasn't, then the judge will allow it in. Remember, the whole purpose of witness testimony is to test their credibility, their veracity to tell the truth, the accuracy of their testimony. And if the judge feels that that has been tainted or compromised, then he has one of two options. The first option is not to allow it at all, or to allow it and then give a limited jury instruction as to the credibility and basically say you could either believe her testimony in whole or in part, and ultimately they could tell the defense attorney, you have the right to cross-examine her and destroy her credibility if I do in fact put the witness on the stand. So there are those two options, and that remains to be seen because we don't know exactly where the hearing is going to go at this point.
Yeah, well, here's a couple of things that we've heard since Alexis has taken the stand. You know, she believes, and she said this, since day one, she believes Dad killed Mom, and she said that. And when asked, does Ada know this, she said she believes Ada does know that Alexis, who's her legal guardian, believes that. But then, you know, you get more generic terminology when little Ada's making the drawing of Mom in the tub, and you get, you know, Alexis telling her, just draw what you remember. So with these things said, I mean, which way do you think the judge might be leaning? And I know it's tough, John, but just from those examples there, what are your thoughts?
I think because this is right on the fence, I think the judge will probably allow her to testify, but give the defense broad latitude on the cross-examination and let him argue it. But, you know, that might be a little dangerous because it will be a basis of appeal if he does get convicted of this crime, because it does tug on the emotional heartstrings of the jury. You know that if she testifies in front of that jury, she's going to be emotional, and it may change the trajectory of the way this case is going, and that's going to be a basis for the appeal that his rights to fair trial and fundamental fairness was, you know, came to a halt once this witness was placed. So he's got a really difficult decision to make. This is going to be an appellate issue. My guess is he's going to allow it in with the right of the attorney to zealously cross-examine the witness.
Got it. And again, we're talking about a 12-year-old here, and that her testimony could really be huge in this case. It really would be. All right, John, thanks again.
Bring up Ada and say, Ada, you know, you mentioned this before, that her head wasn't on the faucet side, and then now it is under the faucet side. Why is that? Ask her those questions. So I think her testimony should come in. The judge is doing a great job, by the way, trying to see if Alexis tainted it anyway, but I don't see the tainting.
Okay. And our John Macneill said the very same thing. Get her in there, but let the defense vigorously cross-examine.